Well, hello and welcome again, you all. Welcome to Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. I am Sandy Sanders. I am your host and creator of the Book Talks with Sandy platform. It is our platform for authors, anthology book projects, and most of all, I say that it is for you. Why do I say that? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read. Those of you that know that our platform is a part of the CTR Media Network for podcasters. We are heard in over 350 million viewers worldwide and 100 countries globally. I'd like to say hello to our YouTube channel family. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We are again have a fabulous group of women and an amazing visionary author that has brought the contributing authors of her soon to be released. I think the book is released. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But the book, yes, is called Manifesting Her, this anthology book project. So listen, before I bring her on, I want you to take a moment. We're going to put the intro out one more time. You all know how we do it. Tag at least 5 women that you want to be a part of the conversation, what it means to be manifested, what it means, and talk about manifesting her. So listen, I thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and stay tuned, and we'll be right back with you. Yes, and again, thank you so much. As you can see, I am on tonight for the opportunity to interview the amazing, phenomenal, award-winning, international keynote, best-selling author herself, a wellness coach, Dr. Tashina Reader. Yes, indeed. She's got a brand new book coming out, and it is an anthology book project. Dr. Reader, hello. How are you doing?
Hi, Sandy. How are you? It's been
I'm
a while.
good. I'm good. Oh my goodness. We have been looking forward to this. I love the cover. The cover is amazing. And I cannot wait for us to have the conversation, how that all came out. I mean, I love it. I love it. Those of you that are tuning in, Dr. Reader is, of course, an author herself. She's a best-selling author, wellness coach, mental health, and trauma expert. She is one of the most compassionate and compelling and caring voices in motivational speaking today. She's leveraged nearly over 20 years of professional experience. She empowers and trains audiences worldwide with a blueprint to step and help transform your mindset to heal, rise, and shine. So here we have this book. Oh my goodness, this comes on the heels of your first book, right?
Yes.
Yeah, come on and talk to us.
Yes. So first, Sandy, thank you for allowing us to grace your platform to talk about this awesome book that we are all excited about, Manifesting Her. And
Mhm.
you're correct. It's been exactly almost a year, on the heels of a year, since we last interviewed my last book, the first book called Manifesting Her. And I really
Mhm.
spoke to trauma and how to work through that to build your confidence and to really just walk in who you are, right? And so this sequel of the book, I invited other authors. These was 9 authors in total.
Yeah.
Tonight we had part 1 with our 4 authors here to share their story, and so it's really grounded on them sharing their own blueprint of their journey of self-discovery, their
Yeah.
journey of healing, and their journey of success, because it all looks different for all of us as women, right?
Yeah.
And so, although we may have similar experiences, the steps that have been taken, I think, could be empowering for those who are in that space of, I don't know how to come back from this. Where do I even begin? And so, this
Mm.
book will not only with the author sharing their experiences, but also the steps that they have taken and continue to practice
Yeah.
to birth that woman within her that she desires to be. In the words of Michelle Obama, she says, we all are becoming, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so manifesting her, really just that, there's a part of us that wants to do more and be more, but some of us may be afraid or don't know how to become, really embrace the power that we all hold within. And so manifesting her really exudes that message.
Yeah, yeah. And you said something that is so powerful is that um whenever we don't know how to walk out of that, or be afraid to speak or to share what
Mhm.
we're experiencing, or how to navigate through it. And I think that that is amazing. This book, as you're sharing with me, is that is also going to give the tips and tools
Mhm.
to be able, not just they're not just going to read the book, but there are some takeaways, there are some call to actions, is what you say. That's great. Those of you that are tuning in, as you can see, we are on in a conversation here at Book Talks with Sandy. These ladies, as always, they are on a tour. Whenever we have authors that come on our platform, that's what they're doing. They are on a tour, and the book is soon to come. And this book is called Manifesting Her. It is an anthology book project. I just shared a snippet of who the visionary author is, and we would talk a little bit more. But as she stated, is that she was this is a book of 9 courageous women. And one of the questions that Dr. Reader says is that what does it take to manifest the spirit of one's true self when that person is struggling? They're facing odds that are stacked against her with seemingly no solution. In this movie anthology, tonight you will hear from these amazing women. We're going to learn from women across the globe. That while each of their author stories are unique, as Dr. Rita has said, these women will share one thing in common: the power to persevere. They have the perseverance, fortitude, and faith in transforming struggle into success and serving as the foundation for a harmonious life lived to the fullest. So we want you to be encouraged tonight. I want you guys to share it out. And even if you're listening to the replay, or you may be listening to us on our Spotify channel, I want you to grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea. Hey, you may even get a glass of wine. I don't know. But I want you to sit back with your notebook and your notepad, and keep your ears open, because you want to find out how you can get this amazing book in your hand. Because as I tell you, you just might be looking for a good book to read. So tonight, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and meet our contributing authors on tonight. It is Lynda Joice. And if you will, come on and say hello to us.
Good evening, everyone. It's Lynda Joice. How's everybody? AKA Lady Purple, as some people do know me as. I wear many hats. It's good to be here. I thank God and Dr. Tashina for this opportunity.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. As you said, AKA Lady Purple, we're going to know, what does that really mean, you all? And we have the phenomenal Christine Addison. Come on and say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, to be a part of this project. I am super stoked and super nervous, but to God be the glory.
Hey, well, I think you've got some support out there in the audience. Let me let you know, somebody is watching over there on YouTube. Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, little Miss Addison. There you are. And we also have someone that is saying, that's my big cousin, Taisha. Yes, Taisha. Yes, come on. We're so proud of you. It's amazing. I love it when the audience is in here to support our guests. And we're just about to hear from Taisha. Yes, come on and say hello to us.
Good evening, everyone. I am Tyesha Tilghman. It's an honor to be here tonight. Looking to empower and inspire women who are transitioning from hurt to healing. So that's our goal today, and all that we do and say here tonight, we hope that God gets the glory.
Absolutely, absolutely. And our last but not least, Michelle. Michelle is also one of the contributing authors. Michelle, come on and say hi to us.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing us to be on your platform this evening. I'm just really excited about this journey. I'm a first-time author, and so this is really new. It's really exciting, and I'm enjoying the sisterhood that I have found here with being here as a contributing author. So thank you, Dr. Tashina Reeder.
That is awesome. So yes, and we thank you so much. Let's see, we've got some congratulations in here beneath Ms. Brooks. Thank you so much. Thank you. And what I'd like to do, Dr. Reeder, as you were thinking of this book, and as you said, you wanted to bring in other than just yourself, and you put out the call. And what was happening when you put the call out that you were looking for someone to join you on this next journey of manifesting her?
If I could be transparent, I was really nervous.
Please do. Yeah.
God, are you serious? Is this really happening? And so when women started to answer the call and really come on to the information sessions, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. And I always believe that God, God will stretch you. And if you don't heed the call, we can miss the call he has on your life. And so I said, all right, God, if you called me to it, you're going to bring me through this. And so whatever is meant to be in this book will be in this book.
Yeah.
And so honestly, there were other women. And I just believe that God ordained these women, the non-authors that was in this book, to be a part of this book. And so I'm excited that they answered the call and said yes to themselves. It's not about the book. It's about them being able to walk into their own power and share their story. I believe we all have a story. We all have a story to tell that can impact another woman. And I know each and every one of these sisters, I'm like, listen, I'm so excited and proud of all of them that they are stepping into a space that they may have never been in before. And so they're embracing the stretch.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so
that's good. Embracing the stretch. And that's what happens when you're persevering. And I see each of the ladies shaking their head in this space that you find yourself in now. Here you sit, you're on a tour, but it had to take you to a space where whatever you're writing, whatever we're going to find on that page. Lynda, tell us, what was that like?
Very enlightening.
Okay.
Because my chapter basically is about releasing unforgiveness.
Okay.
And it was very much of a personal journey of my own, still just basically releasing things from my past.
Okay.
It's not easy to do, but it's doable. And the first part of it is you have to acknowledge.
Wow. So you felt enlightened. So some things, like you said, and I think that's how we're going to start. One word. How are you feeling? Christine, what is the one word that you can use that here you sit tonight and you're sharing about this amazing book that you had the courage to pen, because we can't all tell everything about ourselves in just a chapter. And so what would you say is the one word that can describe as you are now here?
I would say the word that screams loud to me is transparency.
Okay.
And I say that because those that know me know that I'm a very private person. It's just hard-coded in who I am. And so me answering the call to myself was me taking a step to release some of the shame that I hold in reference to my past choices that I made, and kind of coming out of some negative situations to kind of say, you know what, you're worth it, you deserve better, so go get better. So it was a time of me sitting with me and seeing myself for where I was, where I am now, and where I'm going, but really opening up, not only to myself, but to the public.
That truly is manifesting,
Absolutely.
transforming. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we have words such as being enlightened. We have words such as being transparent. And even the visionary author led off with her question to God, and that's the transparency. But God gave her an assignment, and she's walking this assignment out. What a blessing. What a blessing. Those of you that are tuning in, we are on tonight with the amazing Dr. Tanisha Reeder. And she is the visionary author of the book Manifesting Her, the anthology book project. These are courageous women that are sharing their stories. You've heard just a snippet. They will be talking just a little bit more. So, audience, thank you all for tuning in tonight from wherever you are watching, and here to support these authors and getting ready to find out a little bit more how you can put this book in your hand. Tonight's broadcast, it is being sponsored by the Healing Cookbook. The Healing Cookbook is a Christian devotional cookbook by a couple. And if you all will stay tuned, we're just going to share a little bit of information about them, and we'll be back so you can hear from the authors of Manifesting Her.
Today's podcast is brought to you by KLD Consultors, featuring their latest ebook, Cooking to Heal, a Christian couple's devotional journal authored by #1 bestsellers Mr. Keith L. and Dr. Katandria L. Demps. This spiritual cookbook was written to offer 5 simple ways to help Christian married couples improve their relationships. Cooking to Heal helps couples to grow spiritually healthy, improve nutritional health, increase intimacy, have more efficient meal planning, and decrease stress with daily caregiving duties. To help you create the most out of your dinner, marriage, and prayer, go to https://www.cookingtohealbook.com. Pick up your copy today.
Yes, indeed. If you're looking for a book to enhance your relationship and your marriage, or even look for some good recipes or bring some more joy in your family coming together just with cooking, the book is called Cooking to Heal. Just simply go to www.cookingtohealbook.com, and we'll be having their information up a little bit later. Well, those of you that are watching us, tuning in tonight, we are with Dr. Reeder, who is the visionary author of the book called Manifesting Her. It is an anthology book project of 9 courageous women that are sharing their courage, the power of perseverance, fortitude, and faith in transforming struggle into success, and serving as the foundation for a harmonious life lived to the fullest. Dr. Reeder, I do want to ask you a question as you begin to connect with the ladies, and they said yes to the book project, and you began to see that, okay, I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to do what God has asked me to do. What was some of the things that you brought from your experience from your first book and that you wanted to bring out in this book? What was one of the main points that you wanted to bring out with a book called Manifesting Her?
To be honest, I think the one thing, if people know me, is I'm always a word of encouragement. I try to encourage everyone in believing that they can do this. And I thought, if I can do this book, surely other women can do it too. And so I'm oftentimes kind of planting seeds in an indirect way, not intentionally, but just speaking about, hey, I still feel fearful. I still have insecurities, but I continue to push beyond that. And so I think part of it is leading by example.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do it and don't realize I do it, and it's I guess inspiring for others who are watching. And so part of it was just, hey, ladies, I have this book. You want to be a part of it? And I remained in prayer about who would be a part of it. And so
Yeah.
that's the answer would be just leading by example and helping them to believe that they can do this, that we have a story to tell as well.
That's good, because as I was asking, is that what would you want this book, what would you want them to do? And that is being a leader and sharing, their experiences, but also providing the action, the takeaways for, and that's what a leader does. I do. Nakia Harris, thank you so much. She says she's so proud of you. She said, so proud, Dr. Tashina, for the willingness to share your platform. Yes, indeed. And someone has said, you are phenomenal woman. Okay. Thank you. Yes, these are some phenomenal women for sure. And we got a congratulations to Auntie Lynda and fellow contributing authors. Vanitha is in there. Yes, indeed. Thank you all for tuning in for sure. Well, listen, you all want to hear from these amazing authors. So what we're going to do is each of the authors will have an opportunity to share a little bit about themselves and a snippet of the book, their portion of the book, and what they have contributed. And so, Michelle, I want you to be ready, and we're going to go ahead. I want to share just a little bit about who Michelle is, and we're going to have her to share a snippet of the book, of her portion of the book. Michelle Schofield is her mother's firstborn and the author of God and Mommy. She is a hairstylist by day, a mommy by night, and a social butterfly in between over 20 years. She was assigned the responsibility of managing the needs of her aged mother, and it clipped her wings. She enjoys meditation, teaching, financial literacy, and the tranquility of her outdoor living space and laying by her mother's side. And we'll share more of how. I'm just reading her bio. So we're going to give you an opportunity to know a little bit more of who Michelle is. But Michelle, I would like for you to go ahead, yes, now, and take time, take a few moments to share with us a little bit about what you're contributing to the book. And we just sit back and listen.
Thank you. I'm trying not to get emotional here. When I became a caregiver for my mother, it actually squeezed me into the sandwich generation. It's not a terminology that many people hear, but it's a lived experience. And what that means is that I have taken on the responsibility of caring for my aging mother while still raising school-age children. So it caused me to have to transition from my day job that all my life I had trained for and enjoyed doing. And when I had to transition from who I used to be and find a new me, this is where I had to find a self-discovery of being a full-time caregiver and taking this journey with my mom and just opening up and sharing, because others have helped me have mommy be here 5 years later, when just 5 years ago she was on hospice. She was released from the hospital on hospice. And, there was so many things that I had to learn about caring for her as I thought that she was dying. And through strength, through prayer, through meditation, and a lot of support from other caregivers out here, I'm able to share our story with others. And so my takeaway, what I would like for the readers to take away, is that prayer and meditation changes things. To be flexible with your journey, because you may start off thinking that my life is going to be this way, and then it changes. And a lot of us don't know how to pivot. So I want people to be flexible, and to also build up your emergency fund, because that was another thing that saved us financially when we had to do this transition from me working full time and becoming a full time caregiver.
Off mute, take myself off mute because you had me there stuck and I'm like being flexible. Oh my goodness. And as you're saying, is that because your mother was aging and that you had to, what did you call it? The sandwich generation?
Sandwich generation, yes.
Talk to us about that. Okay, y'all, let's get ready to take the hats off. We're going to listen. We're going to dive in. Come on, help
So,
us.
so members of the sandwich generation is normally between the ages of like 40 to maybe 60. And so we are in the middle of our careers or almost towards the end of our careers, looking towards, retirement. But then your parents fall sick and they need you. So it's not just going over to do mommy's laundry or going over to help dad with the bills. No, it is, we have to consolidate our lifestyles and come together. So currently we live together in our home as an intergenerational family, meaning that, my mom is here, I'm here, and then my children is here. And it's a huge sacrifice on the families emotionally, financially. But we've gone through it, and I've had to teach my boys through living by example. I've had to teach my boys how to adjust their lifestyle to care for their grandmother, and not to be angry about it, not to be upset about it, not to shy away from it when people ask, why can't you do this or why can't you do that? I had to just learn how to protect her dignity, well, not, disclosing all of her information, but telling our story and being transparent about what we are doing.
Yes, that is so profound. I've never heard of that term before, but you said something that was so profound. I have adult children. I have a son and two daughters in their careers. So to have you, as you were saying, is that you were all set. And this is the generation that you have to make those adjustments because you choose to take care of that parent and sacrifice that career that you worked so hard to be able to get, the education, the all of that to get where you are, and then to do that. But very commendable. Thank you for opening up a dialogue. See, Dr. Rita, see. Yes, they say yes. All right. We could just sit in that, but you've got some other co-authors that we're going to have them to talk. And so we're going to have Lady Purple, but you all, I do, thank you. Yes. Congratulations. Lynda is getting ready to talk now. Okay. We're getting all of these amazing congratulations. I do want to say hello to Vandella Wells. She is a global speaker as well as an author herself, and she's come through to just support you all. And so thank you so much, Vandella, for joining in with us on tonight. At this time, we're now going to hear from contributing author. She's known as Purple Lady. And yes, none other than Lynda Joice. Lynda is a mother of two creative jewels, and a grandmother to one grandson. She was born to be a light. She is a powerhouse planting fruitful seeds. She is a radiant woman and an atmosphere changer. Her confidence, captivating smiles, and purple hair demand attention. She uses her experience of literary gifts to empower and help build character and help with personal development. She is a believer, a playwright, an educator, and a bully advocate. In 2005, she birthed the Vision Productions Incorporated. Through acting and music, the organization creates programs to build self-esteem, develop empowerment, and character building. In 2009, Lynda began the Youth Explosion event, bringing awareness to bullying. At this time, I present to you contributing author Lynda Joice.
Wow, that's me. I'm amazed. But to God be the glory for everything that I do, because I cannot do it without him. I just am appreciative of God really trusting me enough to not take the glory that he so rightfully deserves. Those are many gifts and talents. There's the man in the Bible when he had 5 talents, and there was one that had 3, and then there was one that had 1. And some of them used their talents and some of them didn't. But when you use your talent, God gives you exactly what you need to equip. The chapter that I basically contribute was about releasing unforgiveness. Sometimes we hold on to things in the past and we don't necessarily know how to let them go. But it's very essential for our future to let those things go in their past. Basically, with me, I am the youngest of 7 children. 4 are living now, and I'm the baby, as they called me. And I felt rejected as a baby of the family, not getting the attention and always being the last on the pole and everything. And I just felt ignored. And I went through different things, and things that was going on in my life was just piling up, piling up, piling up. And all I was doing was putting a Band-Aid on it, not really getting assistance. Like I did not know. Sometimes we don't know the things, but I felt the need to really talk and write about unforgiveness because we have so many talented people in this world, not just in the city where I live, but throughout worldwide. And we're holding on to these things in our past, negative thoughts, experiences, that things people have done to us. We're holding on to it as if we can't see our way. Negative feelings. I just lost my mother this year, and I had to really realize that my mother wants me to be happy. She's gone. My mother was 100 years old, but she's gone. But her youngest child is still living. And my hair is purple, and that was something that God told me to do. So hearing the voice of the Lord and following him is essential to our life. But if we are clogged up with a whole lot of unforgiveness, how are we going to help other people? We're here to help one another. We're here to strengthen each other. We were born for purpose, and I like to take my pain and turn it into purpose. And that's what I've done, even as a youth leader. I do plays as well. And a lot of times I use young people. But, just not acknowledging the hurt that I was feeling and bleeding on other people. Even the sicknesses that were in my body were coming from unforgiveness. And we don't realize that some of these diseases that are in our bodies that we don't have to have is holding on to unforgiveness. It causes us stress, headaches, and we feel as though, oh, I'm not forgiving that person because they don't deserve it. Well, Jesus Christ forgave us. So we should be forgiving other people. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. But the beginning of it is acknowledging that I need to forgive that person. And you don't have to wait for an apology because you may never get it. A lot of times you don't get apologies from what a person has offended you. Sometimes they don't even know. Sometimes we go around this world not realizing what we've done to one another. But we have to be open-minded and want to forgive. And sometimes forgiving takes a daily thing. Sometimes you have to write it out. I have a survival kit. And in my survival kit is writing, music, all different things. I am a model. I'm not modeling now. I'm 62 years old. So my knees kind of retired me for the time being. But because it's something that I love to do, and it's also an outreach way. A lot of what I do is reaching out to others. My bullying program, which I'm starting to write, I don't want to just do the bully far as helping just the person that is a victim. I have a tip of it that I want to turn. And what I want to do is I want to also help the bully, because the bully needs help. That's why they are acting out, because they're angry, because they're hurting, because they don't know. Sometimes it's the environment that they are in and don't even realize that the contribution of what they're doing is, conflicting to other people. So knowledge is good. And that's why I felt very uh, moved by wanting to be a part of this, because knowledge is given to us to share to one another.
That is awesome. Beneath this, she says forgiveness is a stress reliever. That is so good. And it is true, is that walking around with unforgiveness, it can cause some, out of research, is that it can cause some health problems and health issues. Those of you that are tuning in, thank you, audience. Y'all are just coming in so quickly. I can't keep up with you, but I promise these authors will know that you are sitting in the audience and supporting. I will say that Mac D. Sanders, he said, "Talk strong, mama." So
Hi, son.
I figured, I said, that's her son. There's nothing like when a son is supporting his mama. I love it. I love it. Well, those of you that are tuning in, and yes, thank you all so much. I promise I will acknowledge you. And so at this time, we are super, super excited. I do want to just ask Dr. Reader, as you're hearing so far these women that have shared portions, you're looking at Michelle, who was a caregiver, who talks about having to show leadership to her sons with taking care of their grandmother or spending time with her. Then, of course, we have Lynda, who talks about it's not just about the ones that are victims of bullying, but her heart is even saying, let's go after and get some healing for the bully, the one who's doing the bullying. What do you think about that when you hear these ladies?
I believe, like as I was saying earlier, we all have a story. We all have had life experiences, and it's great to hear the women share how they're stepping into their own wanting to give back to others, to help them, to heal. I believe that God gives us our own crosses to bear, and so we all have different crosses. But he didn't give instructions of how to carry the cross. We had to figure it out on our own. So it's good to hear programs being developed, or just, sacrificing your own lifestyle to take care of your mother. And I'm sure the other authors have their story to tell of how they carried their cross or crosses, because many of us have many crosses we're bearing to change that into good.
Yes, and so true. Well, you all, yes, we're continuing to hear from these amazing women, and I believe that is everyone on the East Coast? Oh, wow. Okay, so you all, I'm way down here in Mississippi. Okay, so hello, everybody. You all have to come and visit us. It is absolutely, it's hot, but it's beautiful here. We are on with the amazing authors of the book Manifesting Her. This is an anthology book project of courageous women who are sharing their stories definitely that will help in healing, self-discovery, and success. You've been hearing from the visionary author along with a couple of the contributing authors. At this time, we will go ahead and hear from another author, and it will be Christine Addison. I'd like to share a little bit about who Christine is, and let's see here. Christine is the daughter, sister, friend, mother, new grandmother, child of God, and psalmist, who has held the host of titles in ministry and professionally. In ministry, she has served for many years in administration. She has headed the audio visual ministry. She has been youth leader and music ministry coordinator, and served on her former church praise team for 25 years. Professionally, Christine is a billing manager for one of Pennsylvania's top hospitals and is director of operations at Tomar Jackson Global Incorporated, an organization that promotes social, spiritual, and economic development through various community initiatives. She is a project manager and liaison for various nonprofit events and the consultant and owner of various businesses. At this time, we will present to you, Minister Christine Addison. Come on and share with us.
Hello, hello, hello. Listen, I'm tired just listening to you list all those things that I've
Oh,
done.
I'm sorry. Hey, well, you did the work. Okay. All right. You did the work and you put it in 25 years as a praise singer. And I sing on the praise singer myself. So I had to come in on that one. I said 25 years, bless her heart, singing to people every Sunday, singing to the folks. Yes, get your praise on for sure. Okay, come on, Christine.
Funny. I am just so glad to be a part of this project. Again, because it stretches me. My chapter kind of starts off later in life, but it's more so about marriage and the pitfalls of marriage and coming out of that and learning how to choose you and have your voice when something no longer serves you. So though my chapter may be about my divorce and how I got to that place, it really can be used in any walk of life when you have been in a place where you have been silent for so long and you've chosen everybody but yourself, and you finally hear that voice that says you know you are royalty, daughter. You are who I see you as being, how God sees us. And so my chapter encompasses me finally getting that aha moment of, I'm tired of being depressed, sad, beat down, feeling like I was worth nothing. And finally hearing God say, you deserve more and you need to pick up your bed and walk. And so my chapter just gives that trajectory of how I got to that point, how I came out of that, the pitfalls of making that decision, because it's not always easy to get up and, with 2 kids or how many kids you have, to say, you know what, we are going to survive this. We're going to make this move. We're going to do something different. And I'm doing that because not only do I deserve better, I see more for you. And we as a collective unit, we're going to build a legacy where we can all be successful. And so my chapter really encompasses that, the coming out and becoming who God would have me to be, and walking through that process of victory. Because at the end, we're all victorious. And so my chapter moves through that. And it is a beginning of my story. And I don't think I'm going to stop here, but definitely God said, do this and answer the call and open up, because somebody needs to hear that no matter where you came from, your upbringing, or how hard it may be to, raise children on your own, with God, all things are possible. And so that is what my chapter encompasses.
Sandy, we can't hear you. You on mute.
I'm just talking. Yes, thank you so much. And Michelle, we are looking forward to hearing what God has placed on your heart and what you've penned in the book. We can't wait for to have it in our hands. I do want to say in our audience, V. Michelle, thank you so much. She says, good stuff, daughter. James Schofield, we're so very proud of you all. Your beautiful mother, queens. Oh my goodness. And I'm telling you, I just listen, you all have got a big fan group out here. Well, something's about to happen on the 23rd, and we're going to take a pause before we bring our last author on, because I want to talk about this big event that is about to take place. I believe it's going to be where, in Pennsylvania?
Yes, ma'am. Next weekend to be in fact September 23rd at the Embassy Suite Hotel, the Philadelphia airport. So we are looking forward to actually signing the books, having people to meet these amazing authors. So it's not going to be a book signing you're used to. It's going to be a poet. There's going to be a violinist. There's going to be a DJ. There's vending. But these ladies will also not just share, but teach from the stage their chapter of the book, so that the audience can walk away feeling empowered, feeling, wow, I'm not alone in this. Oh, I'm not the only one who've gone through this. Wow. Someone sounds like has my story that I can relate to. So it's all about really reaching the audience so they can walk away feeling, I can create my village now. Maybe I can tap into these authors and get some support. So I just believe God has a, you know what they say, eyes have not seen nor ears have heard. So who knows where God's going to take this? I'm just excited that ladies will be able to share their story and teach those who will listen and hear. So that's all next week, September 23rd at the Embassy Suite Hotel, Philadelphia Airport.
Yes, indeed. So you all have heard it. We'll be putting up their flyer in just a moment, but you do have opportunity to be able to either QR or be able to get your ticket so that you can be in the space to support and meet these amazing authors. And I would even suggest, as the visionary author was speaking, how about, you gift a ticket to someone and bring them along with you. You may be a family member and you're going there to support, but also bring someone that does not know your family member and give them an opportunity. Hey, you're going to put a good book in their hand for sure. At this time, we're going to be now hearing from our last author. And of course, we're going to talk about the next group of authors that will be joining me. We'll be releasing their graphics tomorrow. But I want to let our Coffee Conversation family and our community know, yes, you will know. We'll find out how we can also be purchasing or getting the book in our hands so that, you all that may be interested and want to purchase as well, we'll make that opportunity or find out how we can get this book in your hands. Tyesha Nicole Tilghman, let me know if I get that right or wrong. Is it Tilghman?
Tilghman, yes.
Tilghman. I didn't see the L there. Excuse me. Born, I'm going to say in Philadelphia. I'm going to let her tell you the month and the year and the date, okay? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She is the firstborn to Wesley and Diane Tilghman. Raised alongside of two siblings, Wesley Jr. and Chelsea Tilghman, both of them. And so what is known as a boy mom of 5 sons. She has all boys, you all, Kevin, Kareem, William, and twins, Jordan and Justin. She is a businesswoman, CEO of You, Me, and We Child Care and Learning Center, Divine Connections Home Health Care Agency, contributing author, as we know, of Manifesting Her. Come on, if you will, Ms. Tyesha, and share your heart with us.
Good evening, everyone. My contribution, I'm first honored to be able to be a part of this project. Thank you, Dr. Tashina. Just being inspired by you over the years, you always pouring back into me, just telling me my worth and what I can do, and that you see so much more in me, has really pushed me and stretched me out of my comfort zone. Those of you who know me knows that I'm not a public speaker. However, this is for God's glory. My chapter in the book talks about faith, even in adversity. And I speak about the different accounts of adversity that I've faced, with dealing with grief, with dealing with being a single mom, also with being just carrying secrets and scars from the secrets being carried. This for me was a transitioning to isolation, to being set free. As women, we always have to put on a brave face, even when we're carrying our family load. Being a mother of 5 and encountering different stages of grief, I always had to put on that brave face and not being able to personally grieve myself. It wasn't until recently where I was able to be isolated and able to tap into myself to get rid of some of the scars that I carried throughout the years, with dealing with different grief situations. I know God's purpose for me is to comfort those who are dealing with situations of grief. I know that God has purposed me to be a comforter and to also encourage people to praise and pray their way through different situations of adversity. And this is how I transitioned to being set free. And in all things, I've learned throughout adversity, in adversity, during adversity, to count it all joy. Because God has always been faithful. And no matter what He's putting us through, He's going to bring us out of it. So in this Manifesting Her project, I have been able to build my self-confidence. I have been able to do a lot of self-evaluation. And I have been able to be set free from the secret scars that I've carried throughout the years. Behind the smile, there's always been a grieving heart. There's always been sadness. There's been depression. But just keeping it moving and standing in my faith, I've been able to move forth and I've been able to be set free.
That is good. I love how you ended, is that you're through it all being set free. That's what Manifesting Her is about, I believe, Dr. Reader, is that setting other women free through these stories, through the authors sharing their stories. Those of you, one person, she says, Shakina, she says, who would have thought so much greatness could be housed in such a small package? Not quite sure what that is. I love you, cousin. You are breaking the generation cures, one at a time. From cures to blessings, or curses, from to blessings, we will be able to see the path through your guiding light. Yes, indeed. Now, whose relative is that? Okay, all right. Yes, indeed. B. Michelle, she says, wonderful testimony, Sister Tyesha. And we've got in here, who else do we have? God kept you, sis. And now it's your testimony. Who is this? Who knows who this person is? Okay, all right. Let's see who else we got. Yeah, we got someone on our YouTube channel as well. God kept you. This is your testimony. So amazing, amazing. All of you have. I have Sean Reed is in the house. She says yes indeed. And so thank you, Dr. Reed, for being here. I did see you up there earlier. Yes, but you all got all the congratulations, all of these, and I'll be putting them and highlighting them all along. Sean, she says facts. Someone must have said something. Then forgiveness. I love that on the forgiveness part. Well, listen, this I think we have, okay, thank you. This is what I needed. Thank you, Dr. Reader. She keeping me all on point. So we got the information. I'm going to put this in the chat. Those of you that want to know how you can go ahead and purchase that ticket to show up for the book signing and be in the house where they're going to have an amazing time. There it is right there. Okay, that is for your ticket. That's on the YouTube channel, and this is here on the Facebook side. Those of you that are tuning in, then we also have the pre-sale information. Just simply send your request to, and Dr. Rita, chime in, please, if I don't get something right. Please help me out. Let's see. I want to make sure we get the comments in here. Okay. Anything on your lady's heart while I do this? I want you all to really, you've got an audience here, and what each of you shared. Yes. Get ready for that couple of signature questions. What do you want the readers to walk away with after reading your chapter? And then why did you say yes, outside of just the supporting system of Dr. Reader? And while you're thinking of those two questions, you're going to hear from one of our sponsors, CTR Media Network, that we are part of, podcasters. And so we're going to be hearing from them, and then we'll come right back with that signature question. Okay. All right, y'all, stay tuned.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
Yes, and if you would like to be interviewed on the Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy, just simply follow the link that is down there, and I will also put it in the chat, and get to us. And you would like to showcase your book, we would love to have you join the plethora of authors that have come through. I'm telling you, amazing stories that have left certainly an imprint in my heart, and hearing the phenomenal stories, the stories of victories, and just triumph, and how men and women have been able to successfully put out a book, and those books have changed individuals' lives. And so tonight is no different. We are on with the amazing Dr. Tashina Reader, who is the visionary author of this book called Manifesting Her. And how are you feeling about right now?
I'm actually humbled. I'm so proud and excited to be with these women, these amazing women who trusted God and their ability to share their story. And so this is all for God, because we all have a story. And so I'm feeling blessed to be even in their company, hearing their stories and their passion and their desires of wanting to help and give back. And so this is good stuff.
Yeah. Yes, it is. There it is, the Manifesting Her, the anthology book signing experience. This will be September the 23rd, as we've mentioned earlier. The time is from 11 a.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. at the Embassy Suites by Hilton at the Philadelphia Airport Hotel. That is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Just simply go to www.manifestingher.me. Again, that is www.manifestingher.me. There is parking available on site. And as you can see, it is 8 days, 17 hours, 56 minutes, and 25 seconds to go. Okay. And so you all do want to come out and support these amazing authors for sure. As I mentioned earlier, and those that are tuning in, we would like to know, after reading your chapter, you talked about forgiveness. As I believe one of the authors, and forgive me, I'm going to come back here. It was Michelle. Michelle talked about this, as you call it, the sandwich generation, but also as being a caregiver. If each of you, and I want to start with Michelle, what would be something after we've read your chapter, what would you like for us to walk away with?
After reading my chapter, I want you to walk away feeling empowered. For anyone that has to make the decision removing their family members from their home or removing their family members from a nursing home, is that you can do it, that you can do it. And I want you to believe in yourself and believe in the village that you will find once you take that courageous step.
Well, that's good. Lynda, what would you like for the reader? What would you like for us to walk away with after reading your chapter?
It's a good question. Don't beat up on yourself, because we all make mistakes. And to know what has happened is the beginning. If you want to be whole and you want to be healed, is it worth forgiving? Regardless of what the offense has been, your life is worth it. That's what I would like for people to get and take away with, that your life is important enough to forgive regardless of what happened.
That's good. That is good. And yes, Miss Tyesha, what would you like for us to walk away after we've read your chapter?
That you will not always be in bondage, that you will not always be broken, that with the faith of God, prayer, and praise, you will be set free.
That was a healing moment. I felt that. That somebody that has gone through something, you just spoke to somebody at that very moment. We have people that listen to our show later on, and yes, Tiffany, I'm right there with you. Was that not good? I felt someone's deliverance when you said that. You really spoke into our camera. There could be people, because there are people that listen to us globally. And so thank you. Thank you. And that is so true. I don't know. Dr. Rita, I felt that was a hallelujah moment. That truly was.
Yeah.
I felt someone's deliverance. And I love it when God shows up like this. And he does. And I can always tell when there is a move of God. Those that know our platform and know me, I know I move with the Spirit, and we're talking about the Spirit of the living God, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. And when you said that right there, I felt someone getting delivered by what you just said. I need us to give God some glory. Give him some praise. This is a thank you, Jesus moment for somebody getting set free in this broadcast, in this. We may never know, but I believe that it just happened. I felt it in my spirit that someone got delivered. Someone heard what you had to say. And that's what we're all about. It is really, the book is the byproduct, but we're here so that, and I love it how God will line up authors such as Dr. Rita and others and you all. We're in this moment when God will place people. The book is the byproduct. When he uses us and we're a mouthpiece for the kingdom of God, it is for us to share our faith so that others can come out of what the enemy has been holding them hostage and bondage for so long. And why not have a conversation like this? What good would it do us to have all of this? And we don't hear the testimonies that will come out of it. So to God be all the glory, Father. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Come on, woman of God. Christine, come on and share. What would you like for us to walk away with? Glory, hallelujah. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let God's voice ring the loudest, no matter what someone else is speaking into your spirit. That is my takeaway from that, from my chapter. No matter what the darkness says, whether that be people, circumstances, or things, let what God says speak the loudest.
Glory to God. Hallelujah. Ooh. What are we saying, Lady Harris? What did she say? She says right there. It's up for the upbuilding of the kingdom. It's all about, yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed. At this time, it is always my custom. I have to stop right here. Woo, because I feel a praise. I feel a praise. Dr. Rita, come on. But I just want to say hallelujah. If I never knew anything else, I believe someone, and we're just going to believe God for a testimony behind this. Come on, sis.
Everything they said. Everything they said. I pray that whoever's listening and here will hear.
My mind. My mind. Well, it is getting late in the hour. I just love it when God shows up like this. It is always our custom. Thank you all that are tuning in, maybe for the very first time. Thank you. Please come back and join us, as they say. Thank you, authors, for just sharing your heart, and then in such a way that the Spirit of the Lord, there, that anointing just fell, and we just received. We just felt, we're in the presence of the Lord. So it is always my custom at this time when we have the broadcast, I do want to thank each of you for tuning in. We do look forward. Dr. Reader and the authors will be back with us. We have another group of authors that will be back with me on next Tuesday. I've got to get my calendar, y'all. Excuse me. They will be back with me on the 19th at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it has been a delight. It has been a pleasure to have these amazing, phenomenal women that have joined me on tonight and joined their visionary author. It is none other than the phenomenal Lynda Joice, aka Lady Purple, Michelle Schofield, yes, Lady Tyesha Tilghman, and the phenomenal Christine Addison. I'm telling you guys, if it happened this way tonight, we know that we're not going to look for the same thing, but I know we're just going to go even higher. And as always, the visionary author, the phenomenal, amazing, humble woman of God. I want to read this one more time from their website. And she says, what does it take to manifest the spirit of one's true self when that person is struggling, facing odds that are stacked against them, against her, with seemingly no solution? This moving anthology, we learn from women all across the globe, and you've heard them tonight, that while each of these authors' stories is unique, these women they share one thing in common: the power to perseverance, fortitude, faith in transforming struggle into success, and serving as the foundation for a harmonious life lived to the fullest. You'll be encouraged when you buy this book. You'll be enlightened and you'll be inspired by these women who've learned how to manifest her. At this time, I present to you visionary author, yes, Dr. Tyesha Reader.
Tashina.
Tashina, I always get your name wrong. I'm sorry.
It happens. Ladies, authors, published authors, I love you dearly. Thank you for answering the call to share your truth. I always believe that the challenges we've experienced wasn't for us, right? Our testimony is for other people. So I'm thankful that you allow God to use you and continue to use this even beyond this, because it really isn't about the book. It's just a vessel that's being used. But God will get the glory in all of this. And to you, all of you who are watching, give yourself grace. Listen, we all have life. Life is lifing every day. And just what the authors were sharing with you, that, continue to lean on to God and listen to his voice, to kind of block out all of the darkness around you. And for those of you who are interested in attending the book signing, as Sandy have shared, you can always go to the website, www.manifestingher.me, and purchase your ticket. Also, if you're interested in how you can get a copy of the book, we are still in pre-sale, so you can always send me an email to request a book at info at drtashinareader.com. I believe that was posted in the I guess underneath my frame, so you can have that email if you're interested in getting the book to read. Again, I encourage you all to, if you can, come out to the book signing next week. Bring a friend. I am super excited about who we have to grace you with poetry. She does poetry with music, with song. We have a violinist that will be there who will grace you with the strings of the violin. Music, vendors, entertainment. It's going to be a day of epic proportions. You will not just come to get a book, but you will be inspired and feel like, you know what, I can do this. I can go on with God by my side. And so I thank you all for tuning in today and listening to our first interview. Next week will be part 2 with the other authors. So stay tuned.
Yes, indeed. And yes, I got it. It's Tashina. Thank you. I'm so sorry. But yes, thank you guys for tuning in again for another amazing episode of Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy, where we are heard through the CTR Media Network, and we are globally over 100 countries, 350 viewers worldwide. And Book Talks with Sandy, as I say, most of all, we have authors, anthology book projects, and most of all, I say that it is for you. Why do I say that? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read. Truly, we have had a glorious, momentous moment tonight with these amazing authors. And look for the information. They'll be joining us, another group of authors, because there are a total of 9 women, not including the visionary author, I don't think. But yes, we have a total of 9. So we want you to tune in with us again next on the 19th. And we will be sitting down with them and hearing more about this amazing book, Manifesting Her, this anthology book project. As always, share it out with a friend, share it out with someone that you know will be able to benefit from this broadcast on tonight. And as always, it is my pleasure. You guys know that I love you. And I believe I see one of the authors in the space. She says, Katina, yes, a part of this project as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, you guys know that I love you. Take care, be blessed, and we will be seeing you soon. All right, take care. All right, bye-bye. Stay with me in the audience, in the green room, ladies.